Well, hello and welcome to Thursday, and welcome to our next daily devotion. Good to have you here, Pastor Greg.
Thank you, Joel.
As you would have noticed, yesterday was a little bit different.
Yes.
We were facing the other way, and we were reflecting on the cross.
Our orientation was towards the cross. Not that it isn't always,
Yes.
but that was a very important thing for us to begin the sequence of devotions reminding ourselves that everything that happened was covered, and in fact it was the outworking of the love of God. And so, because today we've got something quite brutal, and we should get right into it. It's the crucifixion. So I'm going to read the account of the crucifixion, which is in Luke chapter 23. When they came to the place called the Skull, they crucified him there, along with the criminals, one on his right, the other on his left. Jesus said, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." And they divided up his clothes by casting lots. And we have another verse as well for us to think about, which is Acts chapter 2, verse 23. This man, Jesus, was handed over to you by God's deliberate plan and foreknowledge, and you, with the help of wicked men, put him to death by nailing him to a cross.
We see this repetition again, like we saw it the other day when we talked about the thorns and the scarlet robe, and here it says they cast lots.
They cast lots.
And yeah, we see that repetition of the whole, they were mocking who Jesus was.
More than disrespect,
it
is mocking.
Yeah,
it is absolutely mocking. And the punishment of crucifixion was heinous. There's no way about it. It was designed to torture, to humiliate. So that the person who was experienced crucifixion was not just in agony, but was humiliated in every sense in front of a crowd. Of course, the Romans used it for to put down rebellion, sedition, so they wanted to make an example. And so Jesus was thrown into that lot, as you know, that he was somebody who was against the kingdom of Caesar. Clearly not. He was for the kingdom of God.
Yes, totally. And I guess looking at a bit closer, like obviously the nails we talk about a lot. And that you can't just put a nail through skin.
No.
It actually needs to go through a bone.
Through a bone to hold.
To hold them up. And it's, excruciating, obviously, but then like we were having a discussion the other day about this a bit more, and like they have a platform under the feet as well, and there's a nail that goes through the ankles, and there's a point where they're sort of dropping their head down, and the only way for them to get another breath is for them to push up on their feet, sort of thing, on the little platform. But that brings with it a lot of pain,
agony.
So it's just like, okay, do I risk trying to get another breath, or going through all this agony? So it's
and that dilemma is the intention. That's the perverted minds of the people who devised this system of torture. That you're deciding basically, either I have this agony or I die. And Jesus was, he willingly submitted to that. Now, you can see everybody else was drawn there against their will. Jesus knew that this was something not only that he had to endure, but he said, if it's your will, Lord, I'm going to do it for us. And when we think about it, it's not for us to dwell on how gruesome and torturous and heinous it is, but it is good for us to recognize that. To recognize that the sacrifice is real. We say that we are free, and we are free, but the cost of our forgiveness, redemption, and our freedom was expensive. It was the life, the death, the torture of Jesus.
And he was willing to put that, like, he was willing to put us
Yeah.
above the pain, the agony, because it was God's will for him to save us.
It's
from
like
our
that.
sins.
You remember that song "Above All," the old Easter song?
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the lines in that song is, "You thought of me above all,"
Yes.
you know. And I really loved that song at Easter time. Yeah, it goes like "Crucified, laid behind a stone."
Yes.
You live to die, this sort of thing. And there's, you took the fall and you thought of me above all, and that's powerful. And once again, that this whole Easter story is about, Christmas is about God coming to us. Easter is about everything is that He's doing for us, so that we might be free. So, well, Joel, I'm going to pray. Lord, it's unimaginable for us to even try to comprehend in the slightest way crucifixion, and yet you allowed yourself to be punished. You allowed yourself to be humiliated and tortured and die, Lord, for us. May we meditate on these things in your name. Amen.
All right, well, we'll see you tomorrow for our next daily devotion. Catch you then.